I have the honor of hosting the High Commissioner of British to Rwanda, but also the Director of Performance for the Great Britain team. Of course, we're going to be talking about UCI and everything Rwanda UK relations. Most welcome, Your Excellency and Mr. Stephen.
Murakoze.
Let's begin by getting your thoughts on the entire competition this far.
So I think UCI has been brilliant, and Rwanda has done a fantastic job of hosting it. I have to say, and Stephen, don't kill me, but I was never really into cycling before this week. But I think myself, just like the rest of Rwanda, have got completely carried away with the atmosphere that exists here in Kigali and with the vibe around the cycling. Loads of people I know are taking to bikes that haven't cycled before. I think it's brilliant seeing all the kids out on the street cheering it on. There's a really great atmosphere, and I think Rwanda have done a fantastic job of hosting it.
So it's been incredible so far. So this UCI Road World Championships, the commitment that the country has clearly put into the honour of hosting this event is incredible. The infrastructure that has been put in place, the work that's been done on the roads to prepare the roads, the fan zone, the commitment to be able to release the kids from school so they can come and watch and take part and see the international event. It has been just incredible. And in terms of representation both for Rwanda, for Africa, and the interest that as a cycling nation that we have to be able to expand our sport into developing cycling nations like Africa is fantastic, particularly because cycling is such a big part of the culture here, just in terms of how people get about their day to day as opposed to the competitive aspect that we have here. So hopefully people will be able to see different sides of that. But certainly we've been very pleasantly surprised. We've been welcomed really warmly by everybody that we've come across, and I think everyone is actually going to be really keen to come back.
Just to sort of pick up, if I may, on one point, I think that you see that spirit of getting stuck in, not just about cycling here, but in all sort of aspects of life, whether you're studying, whether it's about science, whether it's about tech, whether it's about helping your country develop. Everyone does it 110%.
What does the championship leave one for Rwanda, but for the young cyclists that probably are looking at this competition as something new, but something they can try?
One of the things that we've noticed in the early days of this week was the number of school kids that were out watching the bike races. And there's clearly been some work done before this championship even arrived in Rwanda to educate people about the event, about what was coming, because people were coming, people were waving, people were happy to see people from all different countries coming and are interested to learn about the racing. So hopefully that inspiration, that education inspires great future generations of Rwandan kids to be able to get into the sport. On the competitive side, it's going to inspire all of those kids in whether it's the junior racing, which we're going to see over the next couple of days, or the under-23s, and then ultimately in the elites as they come through over the years to be able to go to other competitions. So I would definitely expect us to see strong teams next year in Canada when we go to Canada for the World Championships, or in France in 2027 for Haute-Savoie in the World Championships. Again, for those athletes, have those opportunities to go and race. And every time we go there, without a doubt, their level will be up. And hopefully that will give everyone back in Rwanda something to cheer about. Unfortunately, it might not be here. They'll be looking at it on their televisions. But it will give something to cheer about when they see, young Rwandans in all these other countries representing their nation and going out and competing and doing the population proud.
Your Excellency, you've seen Rwanda through stages. In terms of inspirations from that experience in the different years you've seen Rwanda at different stages, what do you see in terms of inspirations and aspirations?
So I think, I've been here for a year now, but as you said, I've visited previously in an earlier role, and I think sort of every time I used to come to Kigali, you saw that the city had developed even further. Buildings were going up. Life, innovation, creativity was just increasing every time I came. And I think what I'm really struck by when you look at the sort of young generation here in Rwanda, and I'm, as a mother of two teenagers myself, I'm not sure it's shared totally by the young generation in the UK, but that real commitment to putting something back into their country and wanting to be part of Rwanda's development story. So the amazing innovation and creation we see is all about how to sort of project Rwanda, project its economic growth. And I think that's really inspirational.
Should the Rwandan team be ready to actually make history now, beyond just hosting, but winning races? What sort of advice would you give them?
I think my advice would be believe. Take the passion of the country, which clearly exists. Look to have that happy head, fast legs thought. Create some opportunities for kids to be able to race their bikes, and then support the opportunities for them to represent the country and to race internationally.
Your Excellency, if you were to paint a picture in 10, 20 years, what do you see as Rwanda-UK relations?
I think it will be even stronger than it has been for the last 30 years, and it has been extremely strong. For then, of course, there are areas where we don't always agree. That's normal between friends, but I've been really struck by the strength and the longevity of the Rwanda-UK relationship. And I think that will continue, and it will continue to change, right? As your economic growth continues, as we continue to learn as much from you as we hope we're able to share back. I think the way we operate with Rwanda will look very different, including how much we do together on the global stage. We've already started doing it in like the field of climate change and so on, but I can see us doing it in energy transition, in educational reform and so on. I think there's a huge amount we can do together. And then I guess my other prediction for 20 years' time is that maybe UCI by then will come back to Rwanda, but I hope that we see Rwandan men and women in the front of those packs that we saw today. So that would be my hope.
Many thanks for always allowing us to have these conversations that really matter to people.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you to all the Rwandan people for making us feel so very welcome.